Breaking news: Supreme Court stops old Naira note deadline implementation. This one, I know some political parties and their candidates are dancing right now. President Muhammadu Buhari has always maintained that the last thing he will do for the country, that in the face of all of the criticism he's been receiving, that he's going to ensure free and credible election for the country, that is the best thing he would do, that if he does that, he will know that he did something, he left a legacy behind. And I mean, everyone has been happy about that statement and watching out to see if he can really keep to that. Not long ago, a couple of months ago, the introduction of this Naira swap came up, and it looks like it did not go down well with some of the presidential candidates, and some of them have been complaining, giving reasons. Even Bola Tinubu, there was one time Bola Tinubu was in Ogun State for one of his rallies. He made a statement, and that statement was really shocking, guys, because who is the ruling party? Who is passing these policies? Is it PDP that is passing the policies, or is NNPP, or is AC? Who's giving out these policies? Is the ruling party, of course, and Bola Tinubu is part of the ruling party. As a matter of fact, he is the national leader of the ruling party of the All Progressive Congress. Well, at that point, Bola Tinubu made mention that some people are trying to use the Naira swap to stop him, to truncate his presidential ambition, and to do all sorts. But why is he scared of the Naira swap? And we know we've had a lot of reports going around that some of these politicians, they have stashed loads of monies that they want to use to buy votes. They want to use to buy vote, meaning that they cannot even test their popularity. All they've been saying that they can win election. They have done this in their previous position held. Bola Tinubu was former governor of Lagos State, and we know every time he talks, he tries to remind people that everyone should go and look at Lagos State, what he did to Lagos State, how he transformed Lagos State. But if you've really done all of that, why not just allow that to speak for you? Why bother yourself and be panicking about Naira swap and all of that? I will know that the Central Bank of Nigeria was taken to court regarding the deadline that was set, the deadline given to end the use of old Naira notes. The deadline was 10th of February, which is just like 2 days away. It looks like some of these politicians, they're already having the upper hand, because even 2 days ago, 14 political parties out of the 18 political parties in the country, they came out to say if this deadline, if anything happens, if they stop the change of the Naira note, if they try to put a pause to it, that they will not participate in the election. They will tell their candidates to withdraw. That it goes ahead to show that it's not going to be a free and fair election, because it looks like some persons have been bent in buying votes. But what we are getting right now, this one is a breaking news. It's shocking. It has just dropped. We'll bring you all of the details in a bit. Guys, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Click on the like button. Yes, guys, into the news. The Supreme Court on Wednesday temporarily halted the move by the federal government through the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to ban the use of the old Naira note from February 10th, 2023. A 7-member panel led by Justice John Okoro halted the federal government plan in a ruling in an expert application brought by 3 northern states of Kaduna, Kogi, and Zamfara. The Punch reports that the February 10 deadline for the currency swap announced by the Central Bank of Nigeria pitted governors Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna, Yahaya Bello, Kogi, and Bello Matawalle, Zamfara, against 14 political parties which threatened to boycott the February 25th election should the CBN extend the time limit. This is as a High Court of the Federal Capital Territory restrained the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, CBN, its governor, Godwin Emefiele, and 27 commercial banks from suspending, stopping, extending, or interfering with the currency swap terminal date. The order was handed down on Monday by Justice E. Eneche following an application by 4 political parties that said the 3 governors who dragged the CBN and the federal government to the Supreme Court were seeking a halt to the full implementation of the Naira redesign policy initiated by the Apex Bank. But moving the application on Wednesday counsel to the applicants, Mr. A.I. Mustafa San, urged the court to grant the application in the interest of justice and Nigerians. He argued that the policy had led to an excruciating situation that is almost leading to anarchy in the land. After careful consideration of the motion, experts in the application, Justice Okoro granted the prayer. Ruling on the motion, Justice Okoro held that an order of interim injunction restraining the federal government through the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) or the commercial banks from suspending or determining or ending on February 10, 2023, the time frame with which the now older version of the 200, 500, and 1,000 naira denomination may no longer be legal tender pending the hearing and the determination of their motion on notice for an interlocutory injunction. He, however, adjourned to February 15, 2023 for a hearing of the main suit. The case has been adjourned, but at the moment, with this report, the February 10th date has been halted, but not like a final decision has been reached. It's just that the February 10th date has been halted, meaning that the old naira note will still be used after that date. We know that it's a pain right now. I know we've come across a lot of videos where people are in the bank suffering, people queuing up, cases where people have even died while standing in a very long queue. You go into the bank, you can't get the old naira, you can't get the new one. It's caused a lot of hardship. All of that is into perspective as well. The federal government, like the court said, is in the interest of justice and of Nigerians. So justice, those who are planning to use that as an avenue to rig the election, it will not work out. At the end of the day, it's all about the people, and the people deserve better lives. These politicians, they've caused so much suffering and so much pain on the people of the country. I believe with these hots now, those politicians who intend to use the monies they've stashed, because we heard report that a lot of these politicians have not taken their old naira notes to the banks. They kept them hoping that something will happen so that they can use them. We don't know how this is going to end. February 15th was the date this case was adjourned to. We'll see how all of this plays out. But guys, leave us your own thoughts. Thank you once again for staying tuned, and please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.